Who were your ancestors? By following a few steps, you can begin your journey to discovering them. Hi, I'm Rachel Christian. I'm the new media editor here at Family Tree Magazine, and in this video I'm going to go through our 10 steps to starting your genealogy. This video will follow along with our 10 steps for beginner family historians article, which is on familytreemagazine.com. Link to that in the description below. Without further ado, let's get started. So step 1 is to set a goal. Make your goal specific and realistic. For example, in 2 years, I will trace my family back for 4 generations and find vital information. In other words, birth, marriage, and death date for each of my direct line ancestors. Genealogy research has a tendency to pull you in 1,000 different directions, so it's helpful to create a realistic goal and stick to it. Step 2, review what has already been done. It's very possible that someone in your family has already researched a part of your family tree. Reach out to those family members and ask them to share their research. Also be sure to check out local libraries and historical societies in the locations where your ancestors lived. They might have published genealogies or other material that you might be interested in. Step 3 is often referred to as the golden rule of genealogy, which is to begin with yourself and systematically work backward through time. If you're just getting started, it can be helpful to use a simple 5-generation ancestor chart or pedigree chart. You can find this chart on the left linked in the description box down below. So once you fill out your 5-generation ancestor chart, it can be tempting to see those blank spaces and then just immediately start searching online, trying to fill in those blanks. But we recommend one more step before you dive into your search. Step 4 is make a research plan. We will link our articles on how to create a solid research plan below, but it basically means taking the time to identify your research questions and determining what you need to answer those questions. General searches online can generate thousands upon thousands of results, so making a research plan will help you identify what sources and records are the most relevant to your research, which can end up saving you a ton of time sorting through all of those results, and it will just make your research more focused and organized. Family members are irreplaceable sources of genealogy information, so reach out to your oldest living family members and ask if they would be willing to do a family history interview with you, either via phone, video call, or in person. Be sure to prep your questions beforehand and make sure to record your interview if your interviewees are okay with it. Now it's time to jump in and create a family tree. You can choose to build your family tree online using websites like Ancestry, MyHeritage, or Family Search. But you can also build your tree using genealogy software like Roots Magic or Family Tree Maker. Many of these programs sync with the major websites, so you can take advantage of hints and other features. This slide provides a brief snapshot of the big 4 websites. I won't go through everything here, so feel free to pause the video and take a closer look. The 2 things I wanted to point out are that not every major website offers DNA testing, so if that is important to you, maybe take that into consideration. Also, on Family Search, there are no individual trees. There's one tree that all the users collaborate on, which some people like and some people don't, so that's up to you. Once you create an online tree, you will very likely get hints. Hints are links to other records or ancestor profiles that the site thinks might be relevant to your research. Hints can be very helpful, but remember, no one independently reviews hints, and many online trees aren't factually sound. It's really worth it to do your homework and evaluate each hint before you add those ancestors or that information to your tree, and that just prevents errors from taking root in your tree and throwing off your research. Next is search free record collections. So the major tree building websites are also large record repositories, but they often come with subscription fees. Before you spring for that subscription, take advantage of the many free websites that are available. Many of the subscription websites also offer select collections for free. We've done a whole video on that, so I will link that down below. Be sure to check that out. Now it's time to search the major websites. First, scroll through each website's card catalog to see if it has the record collections you need. This is where your research plan that you created back in step 4 will really come in handy, because in your research plan, you've already listed what types of records would be the most relevant to your search. So definitely check out the card catalogs to see if that subscription is worth your cash. And remember that you can also sign up for a free trial to see if it's worth it as well. Step 9 is analyze the data and record your findings. Now it's time to analyze the information you found and add it to your online tree. It's important to evaluate each piece of new information, because not all records are equally reliable or trustworthy. Again, we'll have links below to articles that tell you how to analyze evidence. You are off to a great start. If you followed all of these steps, you have built a very strong, well-researched foundation to your family tree. And now all that's left to do is continue the search. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, let us know with a like or a comment, and why not subscribe while you're at it. Finally, be sure to check the description box for tons of links and additional information, and happy exploring!